projection, 'cause it's time to wake people up. Right here, right now.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Horry Sheet Show's first Flat Earth Weekly Digest. I'll be taking the best Flat Earth stuff that I've found throughout the past week or 2 weeks and compiling it into a video with source links. For now, my goal is to make a video like this at least once every 2 weeks for everyone, and if you all like it, maybe I'll do one every week. Without further ado, let's get started though. First up, let's talk about somebody who's just been over-delivering in the interview department lately, and that is Mark Sargent. And Mark Sargent's definitely one of the pioneers of the Flat Earth movement with his Flat Earth Clues videos on YouTube. And look, if you've not seen that yet, just get off of this video right now and go watch the Flat Earth Clues. For the first 2 weeks of May here, Mark has been doing a whole bunch of interviews with podcast-style radio stations and great guests such as Patricia Steer and Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole, or DITRH for short. And if you haven't heard of DITRH, he's another flat earther that you need to check out. His stuff can be found both on his YouTube channel, DITRH, or at www.stoplookthink.com. He's done all kind of research into a whole bunch of different stuff that will certainly pry your eyes open if you're still sleeping. Oh, and be sure to check out Patricia Steer's Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes podcast on her YouTube channel as well. I still need to watch a little bit more of her show, but from what I have seen so far, I really like the atmosphere in her podcast quite a bit. Everyone really seems to be bringing their own style to the Flat Earth movement, and I tell you what, it's a beautiful thing to watch. Don't forget to check out Mark Sargent's channel for more information on the Flat Earth 2017 conference happening on November 9th. I'm sure that's going to be a whole lot of fun, as I've already heard several people are going to that, and some of them are big names in the Flat Earth community. And moving on, I want to go ahead and mention Infinite Plane Society here. He's been doing quite a lot lately, going live several times a week on his YouTube page and hosting podcasts that last easily several hours at a time. He seems to be very well researched in a lot of different things pertaining to the Flat Earth, and more importantly, the possible control structure that's in place that's responsible for hiding a lot of this information from us. He's one of those guys that answers a lot of the questions that's coming from the chat room, and his channel is totally worth listening to once you've already reached the point where Flat Earth is pretty much just a normal thing to you, and you're looking for that next step in your research towards revealing who the man behind the curtain really is. Also, he's putting together the first Flat Earth art show, and he's currently seeking artists and designers who really want to showcase their works and get involved. So if that's your thing, this is going to be great for spreading awareness of the Flat Earth truth. Head on over to his YouTube channel, Infinite Plane Society. If you'd like to support art or him or participate in the project in any way, I'm pretty sure there's still some time to get your stuff together, but don't wait. Regardless, if you want a good live discussion podcast that really touches on a whole lot of different topics, check him out. He just put out 8 episodes of a series he called Breaking the Paradigm, which has been really interesting to listen to all week for sure. Also, I want to talk about 2 other people that have really been hitting the streets when it comes to talking about the Flat Earth with random strangers and just people passing by. There's a guy hosting a YouTube channel called Beyond the Imaginary Curve, and he's been going as far as setting out decoys for people that literally make them stop and read what's being shown, and then he goes on over there and slams them with some Flat Earth truth. It's really pretty cool to watch him discuss things with people because he's really good at connecting with people. He's really good at getting people to talk. So check out his channel, Beyond the Imaginary Curve. It's good stuff. Another person that's really been hitting the streets lately is Joshua Swift. He can be found at his page on facebook.com/authenticmn. He's taking a similar approach when it comes to sharing the Flat Earth with people, and even going as far as standing in public places while brandishing some fairly thought-provoking signs. This is really the kind of stuff that we need to be doing to raise awareness on a mass level. Kudos to both of those people for really doing what you're doing. I really like that kind of stuff. Another person I'd like to mention is Antonio Subirats. He's doing a flat earth sun tracking project that's really, really fascinating. He's been gathering people from all across the flat plane and asking them to record the position of the sun and the angles that it's making on their graphs, so we can really track where the sun's going and how fast it's traveling and even the true size of the continents. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the kind of research that's actually going to help construct a more proper map of the world. I was listening to him speak last night, and he was really linking up with somebody who has the capability to actually plot a better map of things using a lot of the same data he's already collecting. So it should get really interesting over in Antonio's part of the Flat Earth Corner. So head on over to his channel. I'll go ahead and put his name on the screen here so you can just type it in and subscribe to Antonio's stuff. Another exciting podcast this week comes from GlobeBusters, where they really did some amazing research into Nibiru or Planet X and how it may pertain to things like Rahu and Ketu. It's totally worth a listen as they go into some of the ancient lore surrounding eclipses. I watched that whole podcast, and let me tell you, it was really amazing, really informative, really thought-provoking stuff. Jaron and Missa, also Bob and John the Morgile. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It's always a great listen. Check them out. Source links will be in the description below. And a video surfaced this week on Geoshifter's YouTube channel showing what appears to be a man behind the payload of a rocket in some 1980s footage. Something like that should make any intelligent person's eyebrow raise at least slightly. And what about this ISS video from a YouTuber named Mike Helmick? Look at how this astronaut still has a harness showing as he's flying through the ISS. And this guy reacting to a virtual object being passed to him. This is awkward. I was searching for this to highlight it myself, but Mike really did a good job here. He's showing everything I wanted to mention with a lot of the history behind augmented reality and augmented contact lenses and all that stuff. Check it out. The link will be down below. Thanks goes out to GlobeBusters for finding this one, and super big thanks to Mike for really doing an amazing job explaining it all. Another thing I want to mention is the YouTube channel by the name of You've Been Exposed. I'm just going to go ahead and put a link down below so you can check out that channel. I believe his stuff is copyrighted, so I don't want to really put up any graphics relating to his channel as I've not asked him yet. But this week he had Patricia Steer from Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes and DITRH and a man they call Brother Sanchez on his channel, all highly respected people within the Flat Earth or truth-seeking community for being well-researched folks. So make sure you check out the You've Been Exposed channel there on YouTube, and especially if you're looking for a Flat Earth live stream at just about any time of day. He seems to be streaming a lot lately, and he's been doing some pretty interesting debate-style podcasts. One word of caution, though, the language used there on his podcast is not as PG as some of the other podcasts. So with that being said, check out his channel, maybe when the children aren't around. And lastly, I just have to mention my two favorite Flat Earthers coming together in the same podcast. That's going to be Jaron from Jaronism and Rob Skiba. They've done what looks to be part one of a very interesting set of talks to come. You can find it on Rob Skiba's show, Revolutionary Radio, that airs on truthfrequencyradio.com. They didn't quite dive too much into Flat Earth this time around, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm eagerly waiting on the second discussion to see how it turns out. Just go ahead and give that a listen, guys, because it was pretty good. Well, that about wraps up the first episode of the Flat Earth Weekly Digest. Subscribe here to the Horry Sheet Show and get your fill of what's happening in the Flat Earth community, especially if you just don't have a whole lot of time to research what's really going on and what everyone is doing. The links to everything that I've mentioned here in this video can be found in the video description below or somewhere on the page here. And look, I really want to urge everybody, start talking to your friends, talk to your family, buy a Flat Earth t-shirt and wear it out in public. Talk to people about it. Too many people are feeding the machine, the control structure. Too many people don't care and don't even know that they are literally paying for the ball and chain around their ankle. Figure out what it takes to get through to somebody that you know and that you love. Talk to them. Plant seeds in their mind. I'm here to wake people up. Who's with me?
Hey, honey.